we explore, I just refresh this page. In that we explore that these three headers are red in color. Okay, once these validations are correct, true, then it will allow, it will be changed into the green, and it will allow. Right now contact is not clickable. I'm not able to click on a contact. Okay, but I also I don't have rights to click. If I click on personal details, it gives me the validation message, what validation message you need to enter. So I put here some validations, test validations here. I enter the correct details. If I put some wrong inputs here, okay, so what happened? And I click here, then it gives me the message that this thing is an invalid thing. Okay, so I remove this, then I put some valid details, and then it will collapse, and it can background color of this header section is the personal details will be in the green. Okay, now we are in the next section. Now here, now it's allowing me to the collapse. Now it's allowing me to the collapse. Now if I'm here, now what you need to do, same way like personal details here, what you want to need to do, you will validate these things, then phone number, then current address. Phone number here is the country code, and here is the phone number. So in spite of giving country code, what we do here, we give the drop down here, and mention the country name. Okay, so it will be the better option, because sometimes we don't know the country name. If we give the country drop down here, means on drop down I'll select the country, then I directly select the country name, and based on that we use the this country code. Okay, and here is the phone number. We need to validate the phone number, like mobile number, 10-digit number. And current address means current address, at least like in current address there are around around the 200 characters, like character length needs to be there. And current address will be the combination of the characters and the digits. So we are not going to put any validations on character and digit. So moving ahead, first what we do, we will convert here phone number, and this is as a country code, and in that we give the drop down. Okay, so I go here in my code. Now here is the country code, which is the input field. Okay, now what I do, I will remove this. I enter few digits here. Okay, and as here they say, I'll say country here, phone number I'll say. Okay, country, and then after that I what I'm doing going to do, I just I want to give the drop down here. So I have the course ID. Course is the drop down there, so I directly copy and paste this course here. Okay, I'm not going to type the drop down field again. So here you can see that this is the select field, means the drop down. Okay, now what I do, I will make it a country drop down. Okay, so country drop down, here there are different options, so I put the options INDIA, India. And as a value, what I do, I put here the 9. Okay, is the country code. If I say US, then it will be the +1. Okay, if I say UK, it will be the uh, plus 90, 44. Okay, so like this way you can put the multiple numbers. Okay, so US, UK, and I will remove this because I don't know the numbers. Okay, so I keep only 3 fields here, and initial field will be the blank. Okay, by default selected field will be the blank. So what I do here, nothing will be there, and okay, that will be the blank. Earlier in a course, what we have select course is there, but here we keep the blank. Okay, so that I save this section, and I go in my code, refresh it, and I check how it's working. Okay, so every time I need to put here validations. Okay, now I can see here the country details are there. Okay, now there needs to be one here country details. Actually it's connected to the phone number. I need to maintain some space there. So what I need to do, earlier here in the here you can see the space. We need to make the consistency in a field spacing to keep the look and good. Okay, so to for nice user interface, here you can see the space between these, because here we have added, as you know, we have added one div over there. So I go there and I check that what kind of div we have added. So here we have div field div is there, and for this field div we have added the css here, field div. See, field div, and we put the margin against that fields. Okay, so what I do, I put that field div section there. So course field div, I think this field div is already sorry, this is course field div. So I go here, label, and above the label I will put the field div. Okay, and I close this div. Okay, close this div. Now again, now it will maintain the space between it will see here. Okay, I put here details. Now it will allow me to click. You can see the spacing here. Earlier it was connected to this phone number. Okay, now I will give all the fields with the that the div name. Okay, I will put the div name for those fields. This field is there. Okay, this is a phone number field. Label is not there, so I will copy this label and give it here, and I will save mobile number here. Okay, mobile number. And now this is up to this. So this is one section. Okay, one div. Again I put this div here and close this div. Okay, I have closed this div. Now here again I copy this div. Again, for current address, label is not there, so I will put in label. Okay, okay, I put it in label. Again I go here. You can see here there is a one div here. This div is for this div. Okay, contact detail div is there. Contact, no, sorry, this contact detail div. Close here, so don't get confused with this div. Keep the proper alignment as this div. So I put the tab here. Okay, so you can understand the div alignment. Okay, so what I do, I will copy and paste it here. Okay, so you understand that this div closer is here. Okay, so alignment is proper. We need to check the alignment of all the fields. Now again I need to enter. Here you can see the alignment. Okay, so this is alignment, perfect alignment over there. So this is a drop down. You can see the drop down here. Okay, so now what I need to do, once I select the here drop down, so I need to display here country code in one label. I need to display one country code in a label. Let me open that page. Okay, so here I'll go here. Now what I need to do here, so the output window, go in output. Okay, once I display here country, then country code needs to be displayed here, say plus 91. Okay, or whatever the country code will be there, that will be the display here, like +1 or +44. Which country code is there I have selected, which needs to be displayed here. So what I need to do here, on the select, on the change function, I need to display this content here. So what I need to do, I will go in a code. You know the event for this drop down event is a change, and same event we have used for a course here. So I will go there and check that what earlier event I have used there for the course. So I go back and check the event which I have used for the course to capture the value. So okay, there is a no nothing written for that. Okay, so what I do, I will copy that any function as anything, and I'll write my code here. I just to copy this, and dot a change function I'll write. Okay. So here in document.ready, okay, I put that code in a document.ready. I'm not writing it as separate. Okay. So input name, I need to check that what is the field details. So I go in a code HTML course. See, id is given here. Okay, if id is there means no need to write like this input type, or you can write like this id, and you put the id here. Okay, country id, and field is select, because field type is a select here, as you can see select. If input, then we say input. Okay, so then what we need to do, dot change function. Okay, means if the value has been changed, then change. Okay, now change, we call the function. See, syntax will be always same, change, then we say function.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you have written the code in credential. You have to write that code in context, na sir?
See, I am in a document.ready function. Okay, I am writing it in document.ready na.
Yes, sir.
I'm writing in a document.ready only. See here, document.ready means once the document is loaded, then its ready function will get called, and it will load all this content on my page. Okay, so what happened, once the document is loaded, it check that yes, country details, then bind this func event to that, bind this event to that element, bind this event to that element. Okay, if initially means once the, if I put this outside this outside here, if I put here outside this somewhere in the JavaScript, that one is also work. But what I'm doing, I'm just binding directly. Once the page is loaded, then I inform the browser that this change, this change event needs to bind to this country drop down while loading the page. While loading the page, bind this drop down with change event. Okay, so that's why I put there. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to bind the value to that field. I need to bind some value. I need to set some value in front of that. Okay, means what I need to do, I need to put once I select UK, then plus 41 needs to be displayed here. Means uh, I need to put some label there, right? You understand? So I need to put some label there. Okay. So what I do, I will put the label there. Here I will put one label. So I will go in a code and put one label in HTML, or or uh, or you can directly add the label layer, or you can directly put the append the label. Append means within a that a drop down. Okay, and if you say after, means it will add after that particular HTML element. Okay, so we see, or what, or if you want, you can directly add this here label here. So I have here, I'm here, you can directly put the label field, copy the label field. Always keep approach to copy and paste, that so that it will be the fast development. I put here. Okay, so what I do on this, okay, here I'll say label, I put here blank label. Okay, now I want to bind some value in this label. Okay, or you can give the id here as identifier. What id I will give here, say country. Okay, country code id is a country code label. Okay, country code lbl. Okay, lbl, oh sorry, here I say L. Okay, LBL means label, country code label. So I copy that country code label, and here what I'm doing. So once I select, change function will get call. Then what I do, I will set the value to that label. So dollar, I know where I am in this change function. So I directly set this and dot val. Okay, okay, this dot val, this means, see, this dot val means it will give me the value I have selected. Okay, and to where I want to bind that, to that label. So what I do, I just do here and say hash and double quote hash, give you the id dot here val here. Okay, and in this value I put this. Let me check syntax is correct or not. Okay, if I save this and go here, refresh it. Okay, now I put here, put here, select this. Okay, nothing is working. Go into the console, check the error. Okay, maybe I have not saved it properly. Go, I need to save, refresh it. Okay, again you need to put the details. If I select, okay, value is not getting set there. Go into the console, check the error. There is a workout here. No error means something wrong is there, but output is not going to display. Okay, so what I'm going to, I'm going to select this. Okay, I expand this country. Okay, what is the value here? Plus 91 plus 1 value, and this is the, see here, you just try to understand that here we have two parameters. One is the value parameter and one is the text parameter. Here see value and their inner HTML. This is a text, means it will, I can display this UK, but my intention is to, I want this 4 plus plus. Okay, I can just see the here US. For user understanding, user is not able to recognize the country code. Okay, many times what happen, if I want to get the country code for any country, say uh, uh, Canada, then I don't know the country code. Okay, so what I do, I just select it from drop down, but there is a value associated with it. My intention is to select the value. So how you will get the value? Here attribute is a value. Okay, value, select change, what I say, change value. Okay, now what I'm doing, this dot value. So if I put value here, just a try, otherwise we have the option of a Google. Okay, so I go here, I refresh it. Okay, I go here and do here console error, value is not there. Okay, value is not a function. Okay, so what I do, as usual, I'll go on Google and I'll say get a drop down selected value in a jQuery. Okay, on a change. Okay, I get the everything here. Okay, I open here JavaScript here, just to check that is there is physical solution or something which is related to Ajax. I told you I'm not interested in that. So change this dot val is there. This dot val is there. Okay, everyone giving the this dot val. Let me check maybe the issue with this string. Okay, before that what I do, I check that alert. Okay, as usual we put the alert, sorry, this dot val. Okay, and put here. Okay, save this, go here, refresh, put here some details, go here and select this plus 1, means it's working, right? Means I'm getting the correct value. Okay, means when I set that value, when I set this value directly here, there is some issue. Okay, so what I need to do, I will take one variable. Okay, or maybe is this the way, just a checking, huh? Just a checking, I'm just checking. Okay, I'm just checking. So here you can see the invalid left hand side assignment. Okay, well, this is not, this should not be correct. Okay, it will work when I give the this dot val. Sorry, here that is correct. This dot val. how we can set the value to label. Okay, I think label don't have value property. Label don't have value property. Maybe inner HTML will be the property. Okay, so just to go here, set uh, text inner label. Okay, quickly we get the val. Okay, append. Okay, text. Some are saying text, some are saying HTML. Let me check which will be the correct one. Okay, val is not. Then some are saying. Okay, what I do? TXT. Put here something. Okay, test. Let's save this. Check that. Okay. So always I need to put the validation here. Oh, size is high. Okay, now, okay, test means it's working. Test. Okay, maybe I need to put here dollar this dot. Okay, let's check now. Go here, refresh. Okay, so it's working perfect. So see, now we understand that means what we did within a single line. What I'm doing, I'm capturing the this dot text. Okay, so for the label the property is a text, but I was using the val. Okay, so always take the reference of a Google or quick answer of any query. Okay, now right now we are setting here. I select this. Okay, then it will change and do this. Okay, now I want to put the validations, mobile number validations here and current address validation. So what I do, so here it's showing me there's some space here from this side or this side. Okay, why this space is there? There is some CSS which is attached to this, that's why the space is there. Okay, from all this side, maybe they use the padding here, that's why that space is there and text is entered at the middle. Okay, so you can remove that CSS or you can check that CSS here in a console. See here, yeah, no, not this, not this. So display border, no border, not with. Let me select a particular element text area. You can check here, huh? See, padding is there. See the padding 50 padding somewhere. This only making this issue. Okay, see, and now I can see, I can now put, right. If I remove this padding, then if I add the padding, then again it will create the space from external. Okay, so no problem. Now next thing is that we need to what we need to do, we need to here validate. Once the country is selected, then user needs to select the country. There should not be blank space. Then mobile number validation should be correct. Then current address needs to be entered there. Okay, so first thing I go look into the country. Okay, so how I can add the country, there should not be blank. Okay, so how we can add that validation. Okay, so last time how we added the validation on personal detail click, same way we put the validation on contact details click. Okay, so how you can do that? Again, validation personal detail, again same way we need to write the function. See, validation personal detail function was there. Okay, so when the header was clicked, then that personal detail function was getting called. Okay, now again again I put one function, string validation. This is my function here. Okay, okay, what I do, I put the function function, then what is the earlier function name, validate personal details, I will say validate contact details, validate contact details, then okay. Okay, now validate contact details. First thing, what we did here earlier, I need to capture. So first we validate this country. Okay, so I need to capture the country value and check that value is correct or not. Okay, so how I'll put that, say dollar. So I know the value. If the value is a blank, then we do that. If earlier what we did, I just to copy this one line, it will help me. Here also we need to validate three fields, so I copy this earlier one, this one also validate first. Okay, you know the validate copy. Okay, this is a validate, it's a dummy variable, temporary variable. I will say validate contact, contact is equal to now here. Okay, first name, last name, your first name and last name, but we are validating this section now, contact details. Now first thing is country, country dd, here. Okay, now country dd select, and here id. Okay, now val, I say country, country, uh, country to val, country to val is val. Okay, now here next thing is country value, then here is phone number. Okay, phone, I'll say phone, and I'll say yes, mobile. Okay, mobile number. Third one is address. Okay, and text area, value address, placeholder current address. There is no name, there is no specific identifier. You can put the identifier name equal to address, right? Okay, name is equal to address, then I put that address here. It will not work out because I am saying input here, but the field type is text area. It's a text area. This one was input, that's why we say input. Here text area, you need to say text area. Okay, so we have captured all the three values, those three things we are going to validate here. Now next thing what I need to do, I need to, based on this selection, I need to put some validations over there. Okay, uh, so first thing, drop down selection. Earlier also how we validate the drop down, like this way. Okay, my field val dot codes. Okay, so here I just to copy this. I think will it be fine if directly select the entire element. So here what I'm doing, I directly select the entire element here. So I'm not going to take the value, I just directly select the element. Means current, here I'll say element. Okay, here address element. Okay, so element means if I directly put that entire this text area, this particular element, HTML element, into this variable. Okay, so that I can use the properties of this element while required. Okay, so first thing we need to select country. So country needs to be selected, country. So here dot val. Okay, so I have directly get the element, means entire this HTML, in that I say val, and it should not be empty. Okay, if the empty, then use the select is the country. Okay, and here again validation contact is equal to false. Okay, earlier on I have explained in the previous session, and you know that why we use this temporary variable. Okay, just to check that my message is populating or not. Okay, based on validate contact details. Okay, validate contact details function is not getting called, then I need to call that function. Like here, personal detail click function, personal header due click. Again, now I go here. Okay, wrong. Okay, so this is the personal head due click, but our head due name is different now. I just take contact details head due, go here, put here contact details head due. Now on the click function, but in earlier what happening here, earlier case, earlier means initially what happened, logic just bit different here. In this case what we are doing, already we keep this personal detail section expanded, okay, but in this case this section is not expanded, okay, in this section, and we have written some click event on that, okay, already we have written some click event on that. So what are the click events are there? So contact head detail head click is already there, so I unnecessary I put this, okay. So what we are here, we are validating personal details, and then it will toggle, okay, then it will first it will validate the previous personal details, and then it will toggle that section, okay. After that toggling, then now after a slide toggle means after that expand, then what we are going to do, we are going to call our uh, validations here, okay. So how we are going to call, I'll say here if validate details, okay, validate details, here we are going to call our validate. So where is my section? Sorry, here, okay, here is our section, and sorry, here, okay, I put here, okay. Now it will call the validate contact details. Once it will call the validate contact detail, then we just check that how it will append the span, okay, how it will append the span. Again, now I refresh it. Now I put some details. Now after click this, okay, now it will expand, it's working fine, it's expanded up to this, it's fine. Again I click it, allowing me some error are there, you can see here some errors are there. Just go here and check my logic, there is some issue. So what is the difference? Line number 98. So let me collapse this. See, my course after span, there is some issue in this span, okay. What is the issue? Just to take your cursor there, just to take your cursor, uncaught or reference my course field is not identified, okay. So actually what happened, here I have not changed the field name. Our field name is country, this is the country element, we say element, I need to put here country element, okay. Sorry, now maybe it's one issue, okay. Now again I need to fix okay. See, select country, so initially it gives me the that message, okay. If I put the blank, again it will add collapse and it will give the error, means it gives me the correct error. Initially also it gave me the error, but at initial state it should not give me the error, means what I'm saying, I enter this detail, I enter this detail, I enter this detail, and I'm saying here right now it giving me error. Means even though he gave me the chance to put the details, before that he validated that field. It should not happen. If first time I click on this contact detail, then it should not display that message, okay. If first time I click on this, it should not display that message. If I second time, means now, means if I expand this contact details and then now I do, or then I have not selected anything and then I click here, then only it gives me the message, okay. Then, and it should not get collapse if error is there, okay. So how you can do that, okay. For doing that, what you need to do, you need to you need to uh, what you need to do here, you know how to avoid these multiple messages. You will remove that spans, okay. we remove unwanted span, and here I'll go. So thing is that at the initial click means all the validations are correct there, and then I will click here, it should not display me the message, it should not display me this message. So how you can avoid that? Okay, so what we need to do here, country element here span, how we can avoid the unnecessary that a message that should not be there. Okay, so just a quick thing we can do here. Where is that code? Here. Okay, initially it check that all the validations are correct, then it will allow to toggle that, and then it will call the internal function. Okay, so here we need to do something. If initial stage I click means initial stage I click that, there should not be any error. Okay, so how you can check that this person is enter click first time there? Okay, how you can validate that key? So what I do, I take one global variable here, and I say where contact head click count. Okay, and initially it will be the 0. Contact head click count. Okay, this is a global variable, means this is a global variable, it remain keep the value. Okay, means that value will not means this is a global variable, the value will be updated anywhere you update that, it will be get updated. Okay, so if I say if contact head count is greater than is greater than 0, then only call this. Okay, if contact count is greater than 0, then it will call the validations. Okay, so that message I have put. Now I refresh it, let me save this and refresh it. Okay, now now click here. Okay, there's no unwanted message here. Now if I click here, and if I go and click here again, I click here, if I'm buying, but there is no message now, there is no message. Okay, so what happening here, if I click here, no message. Okay, contact this, even though I click on contact this, actually what happened, this value remain. Actually what happened, where is that? Okay, this count contact head click count. Okay, once I enter here, once I enter, I need to increment the value. Once I click here, I need to increment that value. Okay, sorry, once I click there first time, sorry guys, it will not call here. Then next line what I say here, plus 1. Okay, now I just increase the value, now it will work here. Sorry, now click here, now see here. Now if I keep it a blind, see here, I think see, I click here, so it need to be, so it needs to be, there is some mismatching with this value count count head. Okay, there is some issue with this because it's not incrementing, I think so. Okay, that's why it's not allowing it to enter here. It toggle, but it will not allowing to enter here. Okay, slide toggle, but it will not allowing to enter here and validate the things. Okay, so what I need to do, again I will go here, and let me check the variable console. What I do here, console.log sorry. Okay, I click here. Okay. Now I check that what is the value of the console. Sorry, contact details click count. Okay, so I click here. Once I click here, I go here and check console. It's a 0. Okay. Once I put here, it's remain 0. It's remain 0.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, in validate function at the end, it increment the counter.
Uh, but it will not initially. It will not. Then it will not always call. Okay. Initially I say 0. If 0 is greater than 1, then only it should allow it to enter. Okay. Then only it will allow to enter. And once then we say increment it. So I think here help. Not details, not is output here. Why is this in here? Just a minute. I checked the output here again and see 1 is there. Now it's working. Actually plus 1 was not a correct one. If again I click 2 is there. Again I click 3 is there. Means whenever, but at initial stage it will not give us the message. Now here, now there is a see, now there is no message. Okay. Now next thing is what we need to do. We need to put this at here and this needs to be below this. Okay. So how you can do? And this needs to be displayed once and it will not allow us to the collapse. Okay. So what we need to do now? So the message error message I have given here for validate contact details here, break and span, but this message needs to be after the label. So you know our label. See, this message needs to be after this label, country code label. So simply I just put here country code label and then here I need to do like this because this id, hence we will put the hash and yes. Okay. uh, Now it will put exactly below the that. Okay, validate count. And one more thing I need to do, I need to remove all the span as earlier we did here in the this is the click function here. First one is finds and remove that. Okay, so same way we put this here also, like we have implemented for personal details. And my section name, just id, I copy that id here, contact details. Okay, and I put that contact details here. Okay, so I put that contact details there and validate. Now it will work fine. So refresh it. Okay, now I click here. Now there is no message. If I put a blank, okay, see there is a message there. There is a message, but it's still allowing me to collapse. You know how to restrict that. If I enter this, then it will remove that message. Okay, but now we are not going to allow him to collapse now. Okay, if the error message is there, then validation is a false. As you know that the validate contact is a false, means we are not allowing it. How we did earlier, return the validate contact, return validate contact is there. Okay, and we return that validate contact. Once the validate contact return here, validate contact will be written. Means then what we do, we if the validate contact return, if the validate contact is true, then see these things. Again we do the same thing here. Okay, but here one already there is one if condition. We put if here. Do this. Okay, I copy this section, paste it here, put tab to avoid confusion, and here what I will use directly put here. Okay, now it will directly return. I think that function will not get called here. Return. Say where. Check the earlier name personal validate. I say contact validate. Okay, so here contact validate is here. I put it here. Okay, now if contact validate is true, then this dot uh, this means, see, this means it will point to this. Okay, contact head section. Okay, contact head section background color is green. Slide toggle, it will slide. Just a minute. We're not going to do the operation on the previous toggle, so I remove this, and else change, keep the background color red. If the if validations are true, keep the background, change the background color as true. Okay, so these things we are doing. Now I remove this, and contact details is not okay. Also work. Okay, now check that we put the validations on this country as of now. So check that. Okay, once everything is checked, contact details. Now I select that. If I select blank and click here, it's oh sorry, I used to say maybe again refresh. Okay, now if I select or if I keep the blank, it should not allow me to collapse. Okay, it should not allow me to collapse. So how we can restrict that collapse? So slide this validate is equal to true. I need to say return validate. There is some mistake. Return validate is equal to false. Yes, it's set as a false. Then it return. Okay, validate contact. Validate contact is true. If value is blank, then give the message. It return the false. If false will be returned, then it enter. It say is equal to true. See here, this slide is, I think this click slide is making mistake here. If valid for okay. If valid, I remove this. I remove this part. Contact slide. Oh, this is for earlier validation. Earlier validation of personal details. Then if above, no, I remove this. I remove this. Okay. Now it will work. No. Some mistake is there. Just it check that previous validations are correct, then only it will slide toggle. Okay, but here what happened, every time it check previous validation, and based on that it will set toggle. So I need to what I need to do here. If these previous validations are correct, then slide toggle, and here what happening, it will call every time. So I need to first times it allow. Okay, so here what I do, I use this condition, and I use the and here. Okay, and if the contact head click once, means initially it's click, at that time only we are not going to check, next time onwards we are not going to check. Okay, getting, if valid personal details are correct true, and contact head click count is 0, then only it will allow to toggle. Okay, so now it will allow. Now I will keep the blind, so it will not allowing me to the collapse. If I select correct value, then it will collapse and color will become a green. Okay, and here also color will be green. Okay, so this way we have implemented. First thing we have do the proper validations for country. Same way you need to implement for mobile number, and this is mobile number needs to be 10 digit and country code needs to be text. Okay, after that, the important thing is that means if all these three validations are correct, this thing and this thing, then only the color of this registration will be become a green. Otherwise it will be the red color. Okay, otherwise it will be the red. If all these three section validations are all are green, then only it will allow us to the registration. Otherwise this color will be the remain red. Okay, remain red. Keep in mind, as right now it's green, you can change it to the red directly here. And you can go and in the css you can change the color also red. Okay, so as of now we stop here. In next session we'll explore how we can validate remaining section and do the next thing. Okay.